Most people look at symbiotes and see black goo, super strength, creepy tentacles, a jagged smile. But the movies only scratch the surface. Today we're mapping out a ruthless, escalating power struggle between cosmic apex predators. Every single monster on this list has been captured on screen. By the time we hit number 1, the threat level will be completely insurmountable. Let's start at the microscopic level. Number 8. It starts with a single, dormant cell. In the post-credits of Spider-Man: No Way Home, a tiny fragment of the Venom symbiote was left behind in the MCU. It looks harmless right now, but this fragment represents infinite replication potential. One symbiote can spawn thousands. This single cell could bond with a street-level thug, a corrupt politician, or a super soldier. It ranks 8th because it's currently inactive. But dormant doesn't mean weak. It just means it's waiting for the perfect host to multiply. And when it finds a host with a fractured mind, the psychological damage is catastrophic. Number 7. That catastrophic damage was on full display in Spider-Man 3. Peter Parker bonded with an alien organism that crashed to Earth in a meteorite, and the experience was less of a power boost and more of a psychological hijacking. The symbiote weaponized his insecurities, amplifying his darkest impulses and turning a beloved hero into a brutal, reckless vigilante. It fed on his negative emotions, creating a toxic feedback loop of aggression. Peter became stronger, sure, but he completely lost his mind. Its tactical flaw was a vulnerability to high-frequency sound, which Peter used in a church bell tower to shatter the bond. But the blueprint was set. The most dangerous weapon isn't a blade, it's the host's own mind. Peter rejected it, but another host was desperate to claim it. Number 6. Carlton Drake's obsession with forced evolution led him straight to Riot. Unlike the chaotic rage of other symbiotes, Riot operated with terrifying, calculated efficiency. It didn't rely on brute force brawling. It was a shape-shifting arsenal, morphing its mass into bladed weapons and wrecking balls in a fraction of a second. Drake and Riot planned to bring an entire armada to Earth, combining numbers with raw, adaptable brute force. But they made one fatal miscalculation. They ignored the monster already living in their city, a monster born from their own bloodline. Number 5. When the Venom symbiote reproduced, it left a microscopic fragment in serial killer Cletus Cassidy's bloodstream. Facing lethal injection, that fragment didn't just bond with Cletus, it merged directly with his DNA. He didn't just get a suit, he became Carnage. Operating on pure, unfiltered chaos, Carnage is physically stronger and faster than Venom, precisely because the bond is cellular. He doesn't just form weapons, he turns his body into a localized tornado of razor-sharp axes and spinning blades. Feeling no pain and knowing no mercy, he broke out of San Quentin by turning the guards into red mist. He's a walking natural disaster, but natural disasters are predictable. They rely on brute force. True power requires the next step in biological evolution. Number 4. Venom. The Last Dance gave us a glimpse of that apex evolution through Detective Patrick Mulligan. In comic lore, Toxin is the 1,000th offspring in the symbiote reproductive cycle, making it exponentially more powerful than all its predecessors combined. On screen, this teal, serpent-like creature showcased a terrifying new arsenal. It could literally swim through the air with fluid, snake-like grace, while possessing mental manipulation capabilities to break the minds of its enemies before a physical blow was even struck. Toxin is the perfect biological soldier, boasting the speed, strength, and psychic dominance to dominate any battlefield. But a perfect soldier is useless without a general, a host who can actually control the beast and push it to cosmic limits. Number 3. Enter Eddie Brock and the Venom symbiote, the ultimate anomaly. They are the lethal protectors. In The Last Dance, they faced an existential threat that required them to push far beyond their physical limits. Venom's true power isn't just about lifting 90 tons or regenerating from fatal wounds. It's the flawless psychological synergy between host and parasite. They share a mind. They share a soul. When pushed to the brink, this synergy allowed them to destroy the Codex, sacrificing themselves to save the universe. Venom is the undisputed king of Earth. He can fight gods, but Earth is just a speck. There are weapons out there that don't just fight gods, They hunt them. We're about to reveal the architect of this entire species. If you want to track this power scale and see more deep dives into the darkest corners of the Marvel Universe, hit that subscribe button right now. You won't want to miss the cosmic level reveals coming next. Number 2. In Thor, Love and Thunder, Gore didn't bond with a parasite. He wielded a sentient, living apocalypse forged from pure, primordial darkness. All black, the Necrosword. This blade doesn't just cut flesh, it severs divinity. It granted Gore the power to slaughter thousands of immortal gods across the universe, manifesting shadowy tentacles and absorbing the divine blood of its victims while slowly corrupting the user's soul. All black operates on a cosmic scale. It is the ultimate instrument of deicide. A street-level brute like Carnage would be vaporized by a single swing of this blade. But a blade is just a tool. It is completely useless without the hand that forged it. The ultimate architect. Number 1. He doesn't need to fight. He doesn't need to bleed. Knull is the primordial elder god of darkness. In Venom, The Last Dance, we see the terrifying reality of his power. He sits on a throne in an eternal prison, commanding an army of unkillable xenophage hounds. Knull is the ultimate chess player. He doesn't engage in petty street fights, he manipulates the board. He created the Codex to track every symbiote in the universe, sending his xenophages to hunt Eddie Brock not out of rage, but out of cold, calculated necessity. Every symbiote on this list, the fire, the lightning, the god-killing blades, the mental powers, they are nothing but biological cells in his grand design. They are disposable pawns. He forged them from his own living shadows. He controls them with a single thought. He is the reason this list exists. This is Knull. And now you know the true, terrifying scale of the Marvel Universe.